Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So what we're going to do today is make art dolls. Are you surprised? I have been working a little bit on this yesterday. That's why my video today is late, because I never got a chance to make a video yesterday. But I have been working on the cover, and I kind of just did this by myself because I didn't think I needed to do every part with you guys. If you remember, these are composition notebook covers, and I take out all the paper on the inside. A lot of times I dye it and then I will use it in journals. So I have put the paper from Stamperia right up to where this one was white. You know, a lot of times this part on the composition notebook is black. This one was white, and it's going to get covered with lace. So I just met it so that they're even. And I did that on both sides, front and back. And then I'm going to ink all around the edges too, because there are, of course, some places where you just, I don't know, I can never like get it completely covered. And then on the inside, I've put down kind of a sparkly rose pattern paper and then a piece of fabric in the middle. This is to make it a little bit stronger in the spine, but I also just kind of like that look of having that fabric hang out, and that's coffee dyed. I'm not really sure what kind of fabric this is. It's from an old like table runner I had. So anyway, then this is the guts, but I haven't stitched it in yet because I just glued this part on. But we've got our doily. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. I put a little fairy there, just where we're at. I put this little pocket on that we made together. There's a little like tag in there, and this comes with the Stamperia paper. So it's a little spot, and this, as you remember, probably opens up so you can write there. So that's that pocket down. And then this is the journaling card I made to go inside, and I did this one yesterday, so you guys haven't seen that one. It's kind of fun. And it goes right in there. And what else did I do? Oh, I did a tall art doll. And all these types of art dolls are from Itkupilliimaginarium. These are not my art dolls. These are her art dolls. I mean, I put them together because it's just all the pieces. Like this body is a piece, the head's a piece, the rose is a piece, butterfly, you know, you get it. But they're her art dolls, not mine. Mine are the ones with these typefaces, or I have the Halloween ones too. Anyhow, let's see. I also did this little fairy in the teacup with a butterfly. And oh, I have a glassine bag that needs to get glued down. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that one right there. And then I put a funny, this is a goofy art doll. She looks very short, but I like it. I think it's cute. And then you can write on the back because it's a 3x5 card. So that will go on there. And then this little one that we made together, the art doll, I just kind of turned her into a tuck on this little piece of paper here. And here's our big pocket that we did together with all the different things. And I put, you know, these little bits and pieces in here with, some of them have art dolls, some of them don't. There's that one. This is just a piece from the Stamperia paper. I just liked that one. And then this is an envelope. I just put one of the Itkupilliimaginarium, these are called pilot fairies, there. And then you can write on the inside of this, or if you choose, you can glue it together and, you know, have it as an actual envelope. So that goes there. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I did put this pocket in that I made. And then our little one that clips over the page that is decorated on both sides. So what I need is like pockets to go in the front. And, you know, there'll be other stuff glued into the journal as well. But we need something here, so I thought it might be fun to use book page and make kind of like a collage pocket page. You guys have seen me do that before, so this isn't new, but it will be new if you're new to my channel. And welcome to all new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So appreciate you guys. You're awesome. And you'll notice this was used for glue and paint, but this is going to be the back of the pocket. so that's not a big deal. How big do I want this? It's probably good. Right about there. And then we'll make a pocket first that goes, you know, like this direction. I'm going to trim it a little on the bottom just so we don't have that extra little lip. I'll trim this side too so they're even, because sometimes when I glue two book pages together, which that's what this is. Sorry, I didn't say that. This is two glue book pages glued together. So what was I saying? Oh, actually, I can use this piece too. Yeah, you can use your glue book pages. That's what I use them for. I get that question a lot. What do you do with these ones that you're gluing on? And I either will let them dry and use them again, or I turn them into pieces of film. So these books get a lot of use. Because quite often I use the covers, and then or if I do, these came out of an altered book, so I tore a bunch of pages out. That's why they're all loose. And then I'll use the pages for different things. So I'm just trying to think how I want this pocket page to be. So maybe a little bit thinner, like 3.5. So this first pocket is about 5 1/4 by about 3.5, a little bit over, but it's not that big of a deal. You're just, you know, however you want them, basically. 5 1/4 tall by almost 3.5. So they're almost the same size, but I'm going to turn one this direction and one this direction. So this one will open up here at the top. This one will open here. And then we might put, I think I'll put a little like tuck on the side. So I pretty much, I think, can get that off of one book page. So that's kind of awesome. Maybe I want that a little bit bigger. So almost one book page. So how you all doing today? I'm doing very well. We had fun last night. My husband and mother-in-law and father-in-law and I all went to see Chicago at the state fair here, and it was excellent. Oh my gosh, those guys are excellent. I just, you know, like I remember in the 80s, you know, kind of listening to Chicago. It wasn't a band that I listened to a whole lot, but obviously on the radio, yes, back when they had radio, you know, we just kind of heard whatever was playing, especially in the town I grew up in, because it was very small and we only had like 3 TV channels. And so like I didn't have MTV or anything like that. And so my mother-in-law and my husband were kind of laughing at me last night because I didn't know a lot of their songs, because my dad was of an older generation than my husband's mom, and he listened to just different music than she did. She listened to kind of more all the current stuff, and my dad didn't. And so I just really had no clue, and really didn't start listening much to the radio on my own until I was probably almost in middle school. And then it was just, you know, we only had a couple of radio stations that would come in, and so it was basically whatever you could hear is what you listened to. But anyway, it was really fun though, because I obviously did know like the ones from the 80s, definitely, because I would hear those on the radio all the time. And then I really enjoyed all the stuff that I hadn't heard. I mean, I had probably heard it here and there in passing in life, but I didn't like know the words or, you know, anything like that. But they are just so awesome with their like one plays a trumpet, one plays a saxophone and the flute, and I don't know their names, so I apologize if you're a big fan. But one plays the trombone, and then there's a couple that play the drums. You know, they're just, it was just amazingly good. I just love having all that kind of live music, you know, more than just singing and drums or whatever and guitars. So it was fabulous, fabulous show. I highly recommend, if they come to your area, go. because it was very good. And it was packed. Oh my goodness, was it packed. So, and they were very excited that it was packed because they were talking about, you know, it's been a long time since they've been obviously able to do anything like this. And then to have such a good, excited crowd and big crowd and all that, they were very excited too. So it's a great show. And it was mostly us older folks. I mean, there were a few younger, like couples and stuff like that there, but really probably the majority of the audience, I would have to say, was probably over 50. So yeah, it was nice. It was a nice evening. But I know, like, if my daughter would have gone, she came to the fair with her friends last night, so I did get to give her a squeeze real quick. But they were, you know, riding rides and doing stuff like that, so as they should. Oh, that's not gonna work, Amy. Sometimes I'm kind of a dope, you know. I thought I cut it the same height. How did I do that? It was totally off. I was probably using that one, wasn't I? I did it wrong. Oh well, now we're gonna have to go with that. You guys are probably yelling at me. It's too busy yapping. Okay. Oh wow, brain time. So I'm gonna have to take off about to there. I didn't even think about that part when you cut the thumb notches, you know? So we're taking that one down to about 2, and then it needs to be, how tall is this one? 3.5. But yeah, great show. So it was fun. And they played, you know, for probably an hour, and then they had an encore, so like another 30 minutes. So that was kind of nice, because I don't know about you, but I get a little kind of overwhelmed with the long concerts just because it's so loud. I mean, I like the music. I just get a little bit like, I don't know, it's time to be done. I think I kind of get that way with everything. That's just kind of my nature. I'm not a big crowd person, so going to those kind of things is a little bit daunting for me. But it was a perfect amount of time, and it was lovely. So yeah. But that's just me. I mean, a lot of other people probably enjoy it to be longer. I don't know. I've told you guys before, I'm not real great in crowds. I just am struggling with getting the size right on this. Hopefully you will not have this problem, because it's not that hard. Okay, I think I got it now. I'm trying to decide. I don't want to cover the book page entirely, but I do want to put some stuff on it. So I need to figure out what. I do have some art doll things ready, cut out. I do like these for using on this. Let me grab my tear ruler. So yeah, hope you're all doing well. And I know I apologize for talking about those fun things, because I know a lot of people are still stuck in their homes, you know, either because of the mandate or, you know, for their own health reasons. But it just was a nice evening, and, you know, something different for me to talk about instead of, I feel like I always don't talk about much of anything. So, because there's so many things that you can't talk about. So it becomes a little bit boring. Or just aren't. I don't want to get in the middle of it, is what I'm saying. It's just a disaster. That's all I'll say about all current events. So anyways, there's that. I wonder if I could put a butterfly, one of my butterflies, maybe, would be fun on there. Let's try it and see how it looks. And if we don't like it, we don't have to keep it. But yeah, so that's what we did last night. And it was crazy packed. I was shocked that many people would be there on a Wednesday night. I mean, it wasn't a super late concert or anything, but I was still surprised to see that. Yeah, I think I'll do like this one here, and then I could put a nice paper down there maybe. I'm going to try to get this to look like something. I love stencils. I just struggle sometimes getting them to look right. I do better if I just fill it in with like pen or something, but I want to use this paint. I'm afraid to get too much, not enough, you know. This is that iridescent paint. Again, I'm sure you guys all know by now if you watch me because I use it all the time. But I love it. I really, really do. It's by Artymaze, and it's their iridescent acrylic paint. It's just so cool because it's a little bit translucent. I mean, if that's what you want. If you don't want translucent, then you'd probably just have to do a couple coats. But I really like it translucent because you can see like the writing and stuff in the background there. And I like that. I probably just messed up down here because I think I got too much paint. But yeah, it was fun to see my daughter and her friends all hanging out, having fun. She needs that. She has had it rough with health stuff, and so I'm just happy she's doing great right now. But a lot of her teenage years were consumed by that, so it's good that she's doing good now and getting to do some fun stuff. Okay, so now we gotta let that dry. It didn't turn out too bad. I like it, and I like those little butterflies. Okay, I'll move this out of the way. I should probably use that paint up on something real quick, just because it'll just dry and get hard, and that's pointless. So I'm just gonna put it on this deli paper. I just have deli paper like this with, you know, random stuff, paint and whatever, and then later, I'm sure you've seen people do that, use it for something else, and it just is fun. Like I used a piece kind of like that for the dress of that one art doll I just did last time, the one that looks like she's kind of peeking around the edge of the page. So good way to use your paint up. Okay, so that's gonna dry for a minute, and then we'll maybe do some collage on here and figure out what we want on there. Maybe I'll just use a little bit of this. And that's just a piece just like the one I just did. So do I want it on the other side? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll have to put something else along there. I think. Methinks. I know that's just another plain piece, but sometimes it looks kind of cool to have different layers of different colors. What is this one? Oh, that's just... No, don't like it. I know that seems weird to glue book page over book page, but this is older book page. And plus, kind of the goal is to get it so you can't really read what is there. I keep wanting to use that, but it just doesn't, I don't like it. Sorry, I guess I didn't think very well about, I just was thinking about the art dolls I want to use and not the paper I want to use. This is tissue. Which is good because it'll have a similar feel to that other piece. I won't use that one. I don't know why I'm worried about the bottom, because you're not going to see the bottom of the page because it's going to get covered by the pocket like this. Might do that so that it looks like the writing goes on, sort of. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to cover all the book page, but sometimes that's just how it works. All right. Oh, you know, if I put her on there, see, this is the problem. They're always too tall for pockets. Probably have to put her on the journaling card on the inside because you won't be able to see her roller skates. That's the whole point of that. So yeah, we just had a lovely, lovely evening. My poor son, he wanted to go because he likes Chicago. He's probably listened to it more than I have because he tends to listen to a lot of 70s music. He really likes that era of music. And he wanted to go, but he had to go to work, so that was a kind of a bummer for him. Yeah, like I said, he probably knows it more than I do. My dad was, like I said, he was an older parent than other parents of my friends and things like that. And he was, I don't want to say strict because he wasn't like mean strict or anything like that, but he just really watched what my sister and I listened to. Because, you know, it was just him. He was a single parent. And I think he just really worried about, obviously, all the music and things that were out. And so I think that's also another reason that for the longest time I just didn't hear a whole lot of anything but what he listened to. But I think that was pretty common for that time period. Unless your parents also listened to the same popular music. But my mother-in-law is hilarious. She was singing and dancing, and she's a personality. She's probably like what would be considered polar opposite of me. Like, she's very outgoing, talks to people, you know, the whole 9 yards, which is great because those of us that aren't like that, she can do that while you're there and then you don't have to be real. I mean, you're involved because you're standing there, but just let her go, you know? She's awesome. Definitely a people person. Oh, I just realized one of my lights wasn't on. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but maybe a little. Okay. Hopefully we got it right this time, right? And then this one can go here. Yeah, I like that because it's a little bit sparkly, and we can put something on there when we figure out height and all that, doll wise. Another piece of this because I kind of like this with that. I was just kind of scanning there to make sure that's all good. So yeah, I think I like that on there. I'll put the roller skating girl on a journaling card to go in there. That way she'll still be there, but I just don't want to cover up the roller skates. Let's go this way. Right, just wrinkling it, so I kind of push on it and it, you know, moves and wrinkles just to give it a little texture. And then we'll add this pocket. Yeah, these kind of collage pocket pages is what I call them, for lack of a better term. I've been doing them for a while, and I do them now and again, but I forget about them a lot. But they're very easy because you can just, I mean, you can do them in a lot of different configurations. Just take your book page and play with it, and, you know, you could probably come up with some really cool designs. I've done it a lot with, like, collage pages, actual collage pages. And I like the way those come out, too. Okay. Now I just have to decide. I have this one too that I want to use. This may work. I don't know. No, it's probably still too tall. I want to stand this doll on top of the sheep, but that's still not going to fit there. I like the sheep. He's funny. I guess I could just do something like this. So this will go like that. Yeah, we could just do something like that. That would fit instead of have her standing on the back. And that's, again, these are both by Itkupilliimaginarium. This one I believe is called Fluffy because it's got all kinds of pink, you know, like it's got the kittens and just lots of pink, fluffy, frilly looking things, ladies in gowns and all that. And that, I don't know what you would call it, archer. I don't know what she's shooting at, but it's cute. I'm gonna just kind of go. I didn't cut directly on the lines. I left a little white around that archery bow because it's just so flimsy that I just wanted to give it a little more body. So I didn't cut it out entirely because it was so thin. Plus, it's very hard to do that when you got the old eyes, right? She needs some wings, I think. I don't know what color I want to do. I'll just do like, well, I guess I could do whole wings, huh? What other little ones do I have? have these ones too. That would be really a lot of pink. Maybe I'll go with the blue because that'll bring out the blue that's right there. And plus you'll probably be able to see her a little bit better. It's her pet sheep. Oh, I got this one already, didn't I? What am I doing? Just gonna get her face a little more. I could see the white, I think, it was bugging me. Okay. And I do get quiet when I do these because I have to concentrate. Yeah, those butterfly stencils are in my Etsy shop if you like those. That part just wants to stay white. It's like not cooperating. I don't know why that sheep just makes me laugh. I don't know. It just does. That's one thing about these. I think they just make me laugh and smile. So I think that's why I like them so much, because they're just so goofy that I just get a kick out of them. I'll probably end up stitching around these pockets before I glue them to the page. So I'm probably not going to do that right now, but I did want to get the size kind of figured out. I feel like it just needs, I don't know, something else, but I don't know what. Maybe like a ticket, or I don't know. I have these are from Artymaze. I don't know if I'll use one of those or not, but just like a little something. Great Central Fair. Yeah, I do like that because that brings a little blue in. Try to remember to link Artymaze, but I'm sure you guys know. And then if you just go to her Etsy and type in tickets in her search, you should be able to, I mean, they should come right up. I think she's got more than one set, but she might not. I don't know. I haven't been over there for a bit. Kind of just like that number right there. Oh, we're gonna meet with our friends this weekend to talk about our cruise. I mean, we aren't going for a year, but we're still just gonna get together to kind of plan some stuff. So I'm excited about that. That'll be fun. I've never been on a cruise, so just be fun to go see new things and do something away from home. I'm sure lots of people are feeling that way. That'll bring blue down here too, which is good. Oh, I almost put her on the pocket. She almost would have fit, but I want her up here by the sheep. By her friend. Jumping all over. I know what we can put up there that she's trying to catch with her little suction cup. It's like a suction cup tip on that, not a real arrow. It's kind of funny. Just to make a gluey mess. Put it a little crooked. We're gonna put a star up. Oh, but I can't put it up high enough, huh? Well, we'll still just put it up there. She's just got bad aim. Because what fairy doesn't want to catch a star, right? She's the collector of the stardust. Okay. That there and that there. I thought of something I was going to put on here and I don't remember. Oh, my brain. Oh, maybe a flower. Flower? Like a washy one, so it's a little bit see-through. We can find one we like. No. I don't know, it's getting awfully Valentine's seeming here. That one would be pretty. It's a very eclectic mix, don't you think? No. I think that's the one because it just seems to fit well right there. And then I'll stitch around those so you guys can see what they'll end up looking like. And then we will try to make some more art dolls to go on pockets. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I stitched around that one. I added a little fabric there. Sorry, I stuck that little tag in there to see if it was gonna fit. And then I stitched around this one as well. Okay, so we can get those glued down. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put that little one in there. And I know it covers up the butterfly, but you'll get to see it when you take the tag out. And then we can do some journaling cards to go inside of these pockets. So I think we want to see the sheep's feet. I think that one's going to go about there. So I'm just going to take my pencil and mark the bottom kind of edge here so I know where I want to put it, because otherwise you come back and you're like, oh, was it there? Was it there? So yeah, this is a fairly simple little video today, but somebody mentioned they like to see the book page pockets. So this is another thing you can do with your book page pockets. I know it's not super exciting, but these are very handy in any kind of journal. So, and sometimes it's, you know, nice to not have to like I've said before, reinvent the wheel or whatever. Just to do a few things that aren't super taxing or complicated. Because there are a few of our things that we do that take the time. Oh, I mean, this has taken me about 35 minutes now, so, or something like that. I don't know. I forgot to look at the, just guesstimating. Maybe less, but still, takes a bit. It all takes a bit. Okay. So yeah, I think these are fun to do in the front of a journal. And they're nice because they're pretty flat. I mean, you know, it's not like super bulky. I mean, it'll be more bulky when it's got cards in it, but if you don't make them too thick, then it won't be bad. So I'm just going to let those dry. And we'll figure out journaling cards. Start with the bottom one, which I think I'm going to do just the regular, like, rectangular journaling card. That one's kind of nice because it's blank on the back. So, put my pin in my glue before I mess it all up. Get this out of the way for a minute. Dry over out of the way. Oh, except I'm going to have to figure out what size. Huh. Okay, so I know it needs to be less than 5. And I'm going to guess 4. And I'm probably going to be off still. Yeah, a little bit shorter. Corner's not wanting to stick down. Let's go. 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Just a tiny bit tight. I could round the corners. That would probably do it. I think it would slide in then. So we shall do that. I'll wait till I get it covered. Sorry, I am just all over the place. I've been that way a lot lately. I don't really know what the deal is. I think I just have so many things going on in my brain that I can't, I don't know. I'm just kind of everywhere. Now this one, I'm thinking we might have to do the journaling card up and down instead of the long way anyway, if we want to put like a art doll on it, because they're always too tall. Like I think even this one, yeah, she'll be way too tall. So I'll have to come up with something like one of the done ones already. Oh, this little guy would probably work. I've got, it's like a hat box. And then we could put wings on him. Sorry, my nose itches. What color wings? Those blue ones would have been good, but it just doesn't go with the background. I could do those. I think we're going to have to change our background. Let's see. I could use one of these. These are already part of the kit, but those ones are not the... There's like 2 styles in that Stamperia paper in that same pack. It's like one is a little bit more... that won't work either. What do I want to say? Like autumnal type colors, and the other one is more of like the roses and more of a shabby look. So I'm kind of using those two different looks for these two journals, if that makes sense. So we'll make the next card a little bit bigger so that we can do the bigger art doll. So see, you can see that there's these that look more autumnal, and then there's these that are more of, you know, the roses and that. So I think I'll use this one. I like this little portion over here. I like both sides of this. I mean, you just gotta like basically close your eyes in terror. I don't know. It's so impossible with some of these papers when they're done on both sides to decide what to use. I like this because it's got a little bit of the white. I kind of just want to go something like that. Okay, I'll just tear a little more of that off. But yes, that's kind of what I've done, is just use one for one journal and one for the other. I haven't gotten as far on the other one yet. I kind of focused on one because, you know, I trying to get the pages ready and everything. It's just easier to do one at a time. For me, I stink at that 2 at a time thing. It was good for the ephemera though, to make 2 of this and 2 of that, for sure. But then after that point, I gotta just focus on one for a bit. Might take me a while. And then I have another order for a custom, the funky art doll thing. But I may do more of that one on my own, just so you guys, so we can move on and do some other things too. Sticky. I need my paper towel. Could put one of our little definitions with this one, maybe. On this side, I kind of like the hat box on the blue, or I'm afraid it'll get kind of lost. Or I mean on the white. The blue hat box on the white. There's all different sayings on that paper too. I could use one of the sayings or something. Strings. Got these. So yeah, we'll just probably continue on with this same sort of thing tomorrow. Hopefully I can get one of these completed by Monday. My daughter's gonna come hang out with us this weekend, so I'm excited about that. It'll be good to see her. I mean, we've got a couple other things we're doing too, but yeah, it'll be good. Okay, what did I do with that? I don't know what I did. See, there's little kind of sayings, but I don't want to cut them, you know, take them out of some of the bits. I love this paper stack, though. I should really get another one. It's great for these kind of journals. I don't know where that went. Thought I had it with that. Hold on, I just found it, but I'm not sure any of these are either gonna fit or work. So, gosh, I cannot get my pin and my glue. Trying to think what would fit. Art is a line around your thoughts. I don't know. Yeah, this paper is cool because it does have a few things like this. I obviously use the rest of it for probably a page, but these kind of things are just fun to add to stuff. Can't really fit it over here, huh? Yeah, they're just too big. And that one's too big. All right, well, so much for that after going and finding it. I just feel like he needs something else with him. Could put just kind of a definition on there. Let's go with vintage. And again, these are from a Jeweled Design on Etsy. Jolene also has a YouTube channel, and I'll try to remember to link that too. So does her mom, Lorette. This one's huge too. See, I don't know that this is going to help, but the way I feel about this is if some of it gets gone, I don't care. Because it's not like you have to read the whole entire thing to... Yeah, I think that'll work. I gotta make it look vintage, if it's vintage, right? Oops, going the wrong way. Heard you. Somebody said you can actually hear us. It's like, yeah, some days, not all days. If I listen real hard, or you like linked my brainwaves or something, I don't know. Not very often, though. I usually just mess up somewhere at some point in every video. Okay, I like it. Do I want to add a blue pigeon? Yes, sure, why not? I need to cut out a little bit between his... Nah, I'm just going to ink it. I know I'll mess that up. It's too tiny. These are in the Itkupilliimaginarium too. These like different colored rabbits, and depending on the kit that you get, but I think these ones were in the fluffy one. I'm not sure. I kind of get them mixed up after a while because I have quite a few. And I'll stitch around that too, but you guys get it. I don't have to do that right this minute. All right, and I think we're going to call that a video for today, but we will continue on so that we can make another kind of crazy art doll, since that's what I had planned to do, but I got a little sidetracked. I knew I was going to do the pocket, but I kind of wanted to I thought I'd be able to use one of the art dolls on there, but they're just too tall. But I think that works. Very cute. I like it. So we just got to make the one for here, and then, you know, we'll have more other pockets that we need to make them for still too. So we'll get those done. There's always ephemera to be made, it seems. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. Thank you to new subscribers, and welcome. And of course, always thank you to my returning subscribers. You guys make all this possible. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Commenting, subscribing, liking, all those things really help my analytics for my channel. And I know that sounds, who cares? I get it. But it does impact what I get paid on YouTube, because we only, you know, we pretty much make pennies per video. So, you know, anything you can do to help as far as liking and subscribing and commenting would be just awesome. So thank you. And I will chat with you guys tomorrow, and we'll continue this. Bye-bye now.